All right, so right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this button over here to activate rank math. And so our focus keyword, if you remember, is Trump probe, right? So I'm going to copy this focus keyword. You see over here this little zone. So just place your focus keyword and notice what's going to happen. Right now the score is at 5, and notice what's going to happen after I add it. So now the score is at 59, okay? So we've improved pretty much, a lot better than what it was. Now click here on Edit Snippet. And on Edit Snippet, you have to add your permalink, and the permalink should have the focus keyword in it. So over here, I'm going to go and I'm going to take, right, first of all here, I think, right, a comprehensive overview, right? So let me just, let me just take this, copy the entirety of it, right? So copy, let me edit snippet here and insert this into there. Now make sure that I remove these 2 points because that will not be interpreted well. Click out. And right now Trump probe is integrated inside of the permalink. Even though I think it didn't copy it, it didn't quite understand that Trump probe is in there. But anyways, okay. Now let me go ahead and add the description for this post. So for the description, I need to make it not more than 160 not characters, actually, but yeah, I think 60 characters. Yeah, 160 characters, but not 160 words. So here I'm going to say I want you to write a meta description no more than 160 characters, and of course, and add the focus keyword Trump probe and just enter. And so now it's going to go ahead and write this for me. Now it's pretty much more than 160 characters. I'm going to say reduce the size. And so I'm just going to wait for it right now. It's going to go ahead and reduce the size. Now, not always will ChatGPT copy exactly what you say. And in this case, I think this is way more than 160 characters. So it didn't quite understand what we're saying. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just remove this part of the text. And I could go back to ChatGPT and basically tell it to just resize it, but I can just rely on my mind for some time, right? So here, if I scroll down, the focus keyword was not found in the URL. Well, actually, if you go to the URL, you'll find that the focus keyword is already there. But I have a problem with rank math. I don't know if you also have a problem. I'm curious to know if this problem is also relevant to you, because I don't know. I just add the keyword and it just doesn't copy it for some reason. Now I think that's a technical issue or something I don't understand. So if I scroll down here, my content is 319 words long. So it's pretty thin. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go and I'm going to take this, okay? I'm going to copy this paragraph. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to ask it, I need you to expand or to add an extra part to the blog post and make the paragraphs the same size as follows, and I need at least 6 paragraphs. And so I'm going to paste my paragraph that I copied, and so it's going to go ahead and write 6 more paragraphs like this one. And I'm just going to take all of these paragraphs right here. Okay, copy, and guess that where I'm going to paste them. I'm going to paste them here. So I'm going to remove this paragraph over here because I think it won't really affect. I'm going to paste my new text right here. And right now, my content is 569. Okay, so I'm going to maybe go ahead and add some more text. So I'm going to say add an extra paragraph for the conclusion. And so it's going to go ahead and add an extra paragraph for conclusion. Now we're going to add a FAQ section. All right, so we're going to add that as well, but let me just add these first. We'll take care of the FAQ later. Now our blog post is 665 words long. Good job, right? So if I scroll down here, click on additional, I have to add an image with my focus keyword as an alt text. Okay, now let me go to Google here. And so let's search for Donald Trump. There are plenty of images of Donald Trump on the internet, so we'll just take one of them. Now you might be asking, well, isn't there copyright laws? Well, actually, we're not using the Donald Trump pictures for commercial use. We're not using them to sell T-shirts or stuff. So there's not really an issue of copyright. Otherwise, you won't really see all of these guys using his images. Okay, so let me go here and open up Canva, and I want the size of my featured image to be 1200 by 630 pixels. To me, that's the ideal size. So I'm going to click here on create a design. Okay. Right now, this is a perfect way to make sure that the images that you have are all in the size that you desire, right? Because otherwise, if you just add an image, you don't know what size is that image, and so you'll have a bunch of images that are not the same in terms of the size, and you'll end up with a website that doesn't look uniform. And so I have copied my image, right? So let me go back here, make sure that I copied my image. Now that I'm here on Canva, all I have to do is just to paste it, right? Control C, Control V, right? So now the image is getting added. You can see it there. Now, once it loads, I'm going to set it up as the background image. So let's wait. So there you go. So I'm going to click on it. Set image as background. Make sure that I select the picture. Right, click. It doesn't really want to get selected. I'm going to select it now and drag his face down to make sure that his hair looks. So here I'm going to name this Trump blog picture. Now you can even give it the name of the blog that you're writing, and you can keep a record of the images that you're using for your website. That is a more professional and organized way to work, so that you can make sure that you never lose track of the images that you're using on the website. So here, let me go to where we were. And in order to add the featured image, you need to go here to settings. Okay, let's go to settings. And I'm going to go down, right? It doesn't appear here. Okay, well, because I need to click out, right? So let me click out like this. And now if I scroll down, you can see that we have the featured image option on posts. So I'm going to click here on featured image, and I'm going to use this image of Donald Trump. And we're also going to use that same image inside of the post. Well, in fact, why use the same image since there is a lot of images of Donald Trump? Let's just go and try to find another one. So here we are going to integrate the image, and I'm going to add a precision Trump probe to make sure that the focus key phrase is there. So this has improved the SEO of our article by 63. Let's go ahead and improve it more. So let me go and fetch another image. For instance, this one here, I kind of like it. Let me copy this image, come back over here, and I'll just do the same thing. So I'm just going to create a new design here. Custom size, 1200 by 630. And I'm just going to paste my image. Okay. And of course, we'll use that inside of the content this time and not as a featured image. So let me paste my image of Donald Trump. So here we have the image of Donald Trump. I can just set this image as background. Click. Right. Make sure to drag it down like this. And this time I'm not going to give it a name because it's going to go ahead and use it inside of my post. Download. And let me take you back here to the Gutenberg editor and show you how you can add an image. Now, I've already shown you that in the tutorial about Gutenberg. So if you're wondering why the tutorial, well, this is why. All right. So because I wanted to prepare you for this. Okay. So if I just click enter over here, I can choose a block. I can click here on the plus icon. Let's just wait for it to show. All right. Let me click plus here. I'm going to go ahead and add an image. Click image. So now you have the image block here. I'm going to go to upload since this is not an image that exists in my media library. So I'm going to have to add an image. And there you go. We have the image of Donald Trump. So you can make it smaller if you want, but I'm not going to, right? So I'm going to keep it the same size. Now here, you can click on your image and we can add an alt text to it. All right, so if I scroll here, now normally I go to blog, right, you can see here alt text. So I can click here and add an alt text, Donald Trump probe. And there you go. You can see now that we went from 63 to 64. So let me click back over here on Rank Math and scroll down to see what additional stuff we can do to optimize this post. Now, keyword density is 0.6. The focus keyword and combination appears 4 times. Okay, so the focus keyword's density is pretty low, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make sure that Trump probe appears more. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to have to copy this content first. Right, so copy the entire content here. And I'm going to go back to ChatGPT and I'm going to say, I need you to take the following and to make sure that you add the focus keyword more, or in a bigger frequency, okay? In a bigger frequency. Now, I'm not going to give it the text now because on second thought, I'm going to keep the headings. I'm just going to copy the paragraphs, okay? I'm going to copy these paragraphs and I'm going to keep the headings because the headings are already good. They don't really need much. So I'm going to copy the first paragraphs here. These ones, if we optimize these ones, then the entire blog post is going to be optimized. Okay, so here, now the focus keyword is Trump probe, and here is the text. Okay, so here, I'm going to paste the text, and so it's going to take that same text, and it's going to optimize it for the keyword Trump probe. All right, so all I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to copy this, right? Now, I'm going to have to delete the other text. So I hope that it's still selected for me to just click here and delete it. And over here, I have this where I can place my new text. And so now, let's scroll down. I see that the problem was solved. Okay, so the keyword density is 0.82. It could be better, right? So I'm going to go back to ChatGPT and say, I need you to add more of the keyword because the density is still low of the keyword in the text is still low. And so it's going to go ahead and do the work back, right? So I'm just going to click here and make sure that I copy the entire text. Right, so I think now it's fair to copy the text. Now, if you notice, we didn't also optimize the conclusion. We need to optimize the conclusion as well. That will make the post more optimized. So let me just first of all add this. And then I'm going to scroll down over here. I'm going to take the conclusion here. I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to say, do the same for the following. Yep, it's going to, do it. Right, okay, so now it's going to take that and it's going to revise it for the keyword, okay? Okay, so now I'm just going to take this and paste it. Okay, so copy, come back. Remove this text over here. And let's add a brand new fresh text. Paste. There you go. Right. I think normally now this will improve. Keyword density is 0.78. I don't know why they keep saying it's 0.78. But anyways, okay, so here, link out to external resources. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and link out to external resources. So Trump, for example, is a keyword, right? So I'm going to link Trump, the keyword, to Wikipedia, right? So to the Wikipedia page of Donald Trump. Right, so let me go ahead and do that. And in fact, having to think about it now, I'm going to do that next in the next video since there is more optimizations that we need to do. So I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to keep optimizing this post. hopefully if we can get it to 90 on a scale of 100.